but something more ridiculous, something that would defy logic. You really can't explain. You try to explain what happened, you don't even know how to do it. And that was how Tuchel was actually lost for words when he was trying to explain to journalists how his team, you know, they were 3-1 up in second half, how they actually lost out 4-3 at the end of the day. Of course, Liverpool, you know, the man who knows how to dance and smile very well, he himself didn't believe that his team could do that. But he says they actually showed character. Yeah. Let's listen to Jurgen Klopp praising his players for that spectacular comeback they did last night.
Dortmund 3-1. So, and then really that's the moment in football and in life where you have to show character. That's what the lads did. Yeah, that was pretty cool to watch, and so at the end, of course, to come back in a game like this against this highest quality opponent and to win, you need a little bit of luck. But I think everybody who was part of the game, who saw the game, I have to say at the end, it's deserved, because at the end, yeah, the passion and the we had more bad moments in the game. We had to react more often, really, on difficult things in the game, and to score then the fourth goal. It was strange. I was really a long time not sure that the ball is in. We played a brilliant game, and now 100% we will get a real strong opponent in the semi-final. So, and then we have to be there again, everybody, as fit as possible, and try it again. But for tonight, it was brilliant, outstanding, wonderful, emotional, everything. I will not forget it, of course, so because it's special, and yeah, now we have to carry on and try to do things like this more often.
If you expect an explanation, I probably have to disappoint you, because I mean, an explanation would mean that things are kind of logical or tactical, or at least in moments that you see where a game goes to the other side. But I think none of this happened with the equalizer. I mean, it was an atmosphere where I think everybody except our supporters believed that this is perhaps meant to be today, and Liverpool took a lot of risk in their game from the first time they went down 1-0 and 2-0. They took a lot of risk, and they took even more and more.
Come on, look for words for Thomas Tuchel. How can you describe that comeback by Liverpool? That team, they will never ever walk alone. Something is playing football for Liverpool in a cup competition. When they need the victory, they just get it. Cecilia, at the start of the program, said Jurgen Klopp called it brilliant, outstanding, and emotional. Cancelled brilliant and outstanding. It was an emotional win for Liverpool. We'll continue to talk about that one. Let's just see if Liverpool can go all the way in the Europa League. It's a Friday morning, and when it's Friday morning, you know, our issues man, Ben Alaya, will be around to take a look at what's going on in the papers, the football administration in Nigeria, and of course, whatever you are talking about. Ben Alaya, good to have you join us on Sports this morning.
Oh, a delight to be here, Austin. Delightful game we watched last night.
Wow.
And like I did say last week here on this program, I told you that Joshua was going to win the
You did?
No, he did in a record time. Yeah. I had to call Cecilia.
Are you not sleeping?
I also won. Those are my predictions. So, you see, that boy should have been boxing for Nigeria. He should have been a Nigerian title by now.
The right
Imagine going for Olympics.
It would have been amazing. And I was reading where Jeremiah Okorodudu was saying that he was denied boxing for Nigeria by some officials. I think that needs to be investigated.
He frustrated
Maybe we should set up
He doesn't like talk. He wants action.
There are a lot of things to investigate. So you buy that, you put everybody.
But this is a serious issue.
His effort was actually frustrated by some coaches. Yes.
It's saying so. I think we need to look at it closely, because if the boy wanted to actually box for Nigeria and we didn't allow him,
but
and it was.
Let's be honest.
Not really.
Really have made it to this level if you box for Nigeria. Let's be honest with us.
It would still have been based in Europe. It would still have been based in Europe, but it would be done in Nigerian jerseys. So all we needed to do, there is a department in the Ministry of Sports for elite athletes. It's an elite athlete. And that is why Blessing Okabari is not here.
But when he needs to go to the Olympics, he has to be in camp with your team, right?
Absolutely.
And then they wait till...
Now you're saying,
the Nigerian team does not camp in Nigeria.
Professional boxer,
I mean, before
he won't go that the Olympics.
Professional boxers are allowed to go to the Olympics. He may still go and defend his gold.
No, it's not going.
Ben,
Ben,
give this country Floyd Mayweather Jr. We don't fix the system.
Come on.
We're not doing the right thing.
Floyd.
It's going to affect performance. Umar Sadiq was doing so well with his boxing in the UK. He went to Cameroon with the boxers. What happened? Let's go with the show.
Let's go with the show. Let's go straight to the
It's a holistic thing. I mean,
yeah.
even the media,
Ben,
everywhere.
we can fix it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We can fix it.
That's
what
I believe. Impossibility is nothing.
It's nothing. Thank you for that.
With hard work. Because faith without work is dead. Okay.
That's what the Holy Book says.
Okay, let's quickly look at the papers. Okay, Sporting Sun. It's not pretty here. NFF crisis, Giwa rubbishes Pinnick, serves minister court order. Okay. Another one, Dream Team escapes Brazil, Argentina. You have the full draw there. And of course, the front page has, well, big clubs chase Igalo, and Real Madrid may face Atletico, and Bayern. Guardiola mocks Ronaldo. Draw holds today, this morning. Now, let's go to the first one. NFF crisis, Giwa rubbishes Pinnick, serves minister court order. What do you think about this whole unfolding drama with NFF right now? Well,
my take on this crisis is that I think that Nigerians need to be told the truth. Who has a right to go to court, who has no right, because like I keep saying, bring everything to the table. Let's discuss. I think that is what practically the crisis is all about, you know. People are fighting, for their rights, and you cannot say they should not go. Even FIFA itself, as we speak, they are in court as we speak. That's lot of their top officials, former Vice President Jack Warner and co, they are in the ordinary court, as FIFA would like to call it. And I think that what we need to do is to appeal to the sensibilities of those who have gone to court and say, we are brothers. Everybody is a stakeholder. You are a stakeholder. I am a stakeholder. So nobody can monopolize the management of Nigerian football. That is my take. I think that it is only since the NFF was saying that there was no such court case, there was no such court judgment. I think it's only incumbent on the other opposing party to say, these are the papers. No judge will want his name to be rubbish. Over such a matter. It's a very critical issue, and football is the president of the Football Federation is popular, if not more popular than the president of the Republic.
That's right.
So every day we talk about Pinnick Amaju. Not every time we talk about General Muhammadu Buhari. So I'm telling you, so we talk about football, it is Pinnick. It is Giwa that we are talking about now. Every day, they occupy lengthy spaces in all the national daily television stations, radio houses, and so we need to get to the root of this matter. And I think that's what Giwa has done.
I like what Ben said about telling Nigerians the truth.
Absolutely.
And that means Amaju Pinnick, Christopher Giwa, they need to come and tell us what sort of agreement they made when they met with the former president.
Yes, I
think it's just cheap shot of power play that we're suffering now.
I'm telling you.
So they should come out and say the president said this and this and that, and then the president couldn't return. So somebody is feeling, after we made an agreement, this other party is now going on, and I'm just in the dark.
Yes, and I'm spending money on UIFC. My hard-earned dough. And I give you a brief history of this crisis. I think it started 10 years ago, if you recall, when Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima was then the chairman Nigerian Football Association. There was an election in Kano. And then after he won, all the Congress members were there.
That's right.
Everybody, it was a perfect election as far as some of us were concerned. Then after the election, the then DG of the NSC, I think some forces prevailed on him, and he said they should do a fresh election following the agitation by a group that called itself football stakeholders. Lulu, Manzo Chebulam, Chief Taiwo Bunjobi, and co. And so Galadima said no. There was an emergency congress in Makurdi, if you recall, that said Galadima can continue. Then there was another election that threw up Lulu. And Galadima, no matter what, will not be happy. But he didn't make a fuss about it.
Right.
Because his sin simply was that he said Nigeria, going to the World Cup is not Nigeria's birthright.
That's right.
Now going to the Nations Cup is not even our birthright, you can imagine. Back to back, we have lost out going to the Nations Cup. Now from there, the Lulu board went to the World Cup in South Africa, and then there was a mini crisis, and we came back, and then we threw up Alhaji Aminu Megiri as president. And then after the Nations Cup in Brazil again, we threw up Amaju again as president. And then people are watching and saying, look, I am not happy. I am distraught. This is the history. So like Bolaji Ojoba did say in a program I listened to yesterday, I think that there is a proper need for a football conference by stakeholders. Everybody should come together. And if it means dissolving everybody and saying, okay, anybody who wants to contest, like the NFF did say at its Congress, anybody who wants to contest, go and contest. Let's restart afresh, because these happenings in the political arena of our football is disturbing the players, even the aura of every team, because as the national team is playing, some people are wishing the national team to lose, others are wishing that the team... Look,
so the country, we're not united.
Is that the reason sometimes when the court cases usually want to start is when Nigeria is playing crucial games and all that?
Absolutely, we are so divided. It's annoying. And do you know how much Channels has lost first by us not going to Nations Cup? Sports Day may have lost close to at least 15 million naira. The League of Sports Editors came out to say we have lost, as the media alone, the media environment alone has lost 19 billion naira. Do you know what that means? Wow. It's humongous and it's annoying. So there must be unity. We have to come as one. The countries that are doing well, if you look at the countries that are doing well in football, they don't quarrel like this. There is a lot of consistency. Look at how long Blatter stayed in FIFA. Look at how long Hayatu is in CAF, and so on and so forth. I can go, but you have to be honest. You have to be straightforward. You have to be accountable. These are the factors that we need.
Yeah, but there's a present board in place at the moment, and it's not time for the elections yet, and the time is not over. They need to serve their time.
Yes.
So
leading to this, there was an election.
Yes.
That threw up Ambassador Chris Giwa as president, and those elections were then endorsed by FIFA. Then some people made a protest that no, those elections were not properly
endorsed by FIFA.
It was.
This report we heard that at that particular election you didn't have the Secretary General of the Nigerian Football Federation, and a situation whereby you don't have the Secretary General of the board in an election. That election cannot is not valid.
Now it has gone to court. And the court says he's legal owner of that seat.
No, we also got
the people are now saying you cannot go to the ordinary court. I'm saying even FIFA is going to the ordinary court. CAF is going to. This is an exception.
There were a lot of.
Look, let me tell you. In any case, Austin, if I fund football 100% almost, and that is government, don't forget that the judiciary is an arm of government. I reserve a right to, like Galadima will say, intervene, not interfere.
Okay, intervene, but this is interference, and this is distracting everyone.
According to the FIFA statute,
this is interference. It's also distracting. It's also distracting.
Article 1 of the NFF statute says that the NFF is formed under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, unlimited.
Yes,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then if you want to be a part of the FIFA family,
we agree.
No, Austin, I understand what you're saying. My point. My point is at the elections. Okay, if you say the one of Amaju Pinnick wasn't an election, and the one of Giwa also wasn't an election, because if you want to, I mean, you're following the laws of the land, fine. You also have a law governing football also. So now, if you don't have a Secretary General,
the laws of the land is supreme. The one governing
but if you do not have a Secretary General, at a particular election when it was held, then that election
this competitive is not even contesting Amaju Pinnick's election.
That is it.
This is not even against Amaju Pinnick and his board. But it's just because right now they are the current board members of the NFF.
That's it.
That's why people are.
Okay,
I go back to my earlier words. I think we need to sit down. All the contending parties. These are not the only people who are aggrieved. There are a lot of other persons.
Okay, what they should now do,
a lot of other aggrieved parties in Nigerian football.
Summit, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
this will keep coming.
If we continue like this, we may not go to the next Nations Cup again. People are saying this is distracting Nigeria.
I'm actually praying we just move away from this.
This is distracting us from preparing for Russia 2018. If we continue like this, we will not go.
It's not even good for the brand.
It's not good for the brand.
People will come to put money into your football if everything
there's a lot of commotion in the house every time.
Yeah.